Hola, mi amigos. Welcome to Straight Betting. Today is Friday, the 7th of February. And, oh my gosh, I still don't know how to turn off my notifications when I'm streaming. So there's that. Anyways, we got JJ. JJ, how we doing?
Tired as fuck, per usual.
Tired as fuck, yes, sir. West Coast shit. And we got a special guest, JFar. How we doing, JFar?
Yo, what's good with it, y'all? Good to be on. Happy to be in the building with the boys. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir. JFar, before we get started, I didn't listen to it, but I peeped that you were speaking in the little gambling Twitter beef spaces. What was that all about?
Right, yeah. So Elf, he's been blowing up recently.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know, but like I was doing like not doing but like being a guest on like Elf streams and stuff like a year ago before like he had a huge thing. And so we've always been kind of cool. And so the other day he was kind of bringing me on the spaces, but he was getting all these like guests, all these people that we know on gambling Twitter who are kind of dubious, let's say, right? And he started getting them on, and now all the sharp bettors started coming on and grilling them. I like it, bro. I think it's like a good feet to the fire thing for all these big accounts. Like if you're really about what you're talking about, if you know what you're doing, then come on with the big boys and chop it up. And either you'll look stupid and keep people clowning you, or you get some respect. So
exactly.
Yeah. Dude, I went into one of them for like a little bit. It was I think Rio, and I don't like putting people on blast and shit, but my gosh, bro.
Yeah, that was tough. And hey, listen, I don't like people on blast either. Rio, I mean, obviously he blew up recently, so I don't expect him to know like every single thing. But that's kind of the problem too, is people blow up really fast and before they really like, they're walking before they crawl. As you could say.
Yeah. No, it's like they blow up fast, and they're new to betting, and good shit to them. You blow up, you can start to monetize yourself and stuff like that. But at the same time, bro, if you're like monetizing yourself and you really have no clue what the hell you're talking about, it's like you're not going to get hired as a doctor if you don't, go to medical school or something like that.
Right, exactly. You got it, brother. You got it.
Yeah, I remember that they asked him, "What's your edge?" and he said, "Being able to get down."
Like literally being able to bet is his edge.
Like, congrats,
spectacular.
Dude. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, JFar, another thing before we get started. So I was actually in Beat the Books. So shout out Beat the Books, by the way. Mm-hmm. You guys kind of got me out of a pinch. I had a bonus, and what's it called when you have to bet a certain amount, like the rollover?
Yeah, right? Yeah. So right. So you had like the bonus rollover, and you kind of had like a fixed amount.
Yeah, fixed amount by a certain deadline time, because it was on an offshore book. Gotcha. And I joined Beat the Books. I'm like, it was during baseball season. I had no clue what the hell's going on during baseball season. And I know you guys had a ton of parlay stuff going on, but I was literally just like, every time you guys bet on someone, like a parlay on someone, I would just bet their straight leg. And I made like really, really good money in like a week just doing that. Awesome. And got through my rollover. So shout out to Beat the Books.
I will say that a lot of people in Beat the Books, like not just me, I've used for rollovers too. Especially like the Gator guy who does tennis. Like he's a demon. And as you know, a lot of offshores are tough to bet on and get the good lines. But tennis they'll match up on a lot. So like getting through rollovers with like premiums is kind of goated, because those rollovers are eternally long.
Yeah.
As you probably know.
Yeah, and like the time deadlines too can really screw you over if you're being you're being smart like you usually would, and you're like, okay, I'm being selective and stuff, but those rollovers will like
they make you bet
down 4,000, which is like a lot for me, right? It's like I'm a $100 better. I got to get down 4,000 in a week. Like, holy shit.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Shout out Beat the Books, by the way. But JFar, are you like? I know you've had some like ridiculous hits on parlays and stuff like that, but are you like, what's your percentile parlay straight bet? Would you say?
Good question, brother. I would probably say like half and half. It depends on the day completely. Okay. I do bet a lot of straights. A lot of people just think I'm a long shotter completely. I bet a good amount of straights. I kind of try to balance out the twos because that way it smooths out the variance. So hopefully, if the parlays aren't hitting for a while, the straights are kind of carrying the boat, and then we're just waiting for like the parlays to pay out on the variance curve, right? So I'd say about half and half. Baseball, definitely a good amount of straights. NBA, definitely a good amount of straights. NFL, probably more on like the long shot side. but it just depends on my angle at the time. For NBA right now, I'm really big on like, rebounds and points for straights and then threes for lottos. Like I kind of have my systems.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the threes for lotto is like super, super smart. But
Right.
like if especially with role players, like so much comes down to like obviously we know like what good matchups are like when teams are going to be blitzing a ton and funneling like catch and shoot stuff to role guys.
Exactly.
But
And threes are so high variance too, man.
Mhm.
I won't sit on the high horse too much, but I think a lot of these books don't know how to model it because if you're looking at alt threes, look at someone like Jalen Suggs, for example. He's shooting 30% on the year. But you look at any of his like high shooting games, like 5 for 13, 4 for 12. And you look at his like bad games, 1 for 4, 1 for 5. Like if he makes a 3 or 2 in the beginning, he's shooting 10 more. Right? And how do you model that as a book? Because you're not going to give him different alt like ratios than someone who's like, let's say like Carl Towns, who's only going to shoot like 4, but shoots 40%. So he'll probably hit his 1.5 line, but he's not going to hit 5 really. How do you model that? And I think a lot of times the books don't get that one.
Yeah, no, that's you nailed it on the head. Just like I mean, like the biggest thing is like what you said, like these role guys, bro, they miss their first 2 threes and you have like a straight bet and you're laying minus 150. You're cooked, bro, because they're going to completely lose confidence. They're going to stop shooting. I mean, that's what happened. I experienced that firsthand with Julian Strother last night. He started off the game 0 for 5. I mean, I was on his straight bet, but I mean, I mean, this is off topic, but I thought Julian Strother was like I don't give a fuck, I'm pulling that shit type of hooper, but but clearly not. And yeah, no, that's a very, very smart angle. And yeah, you're just playing into the variance. And
that's right.
Yeah, and a lot of people will lay juice on 3-point props, and I think that's completely stupid. So
yeah, so if you're gonna take a three straight, which I hardly do, it has to be a guy, in my opinion, who you don't think has like a ceiling, right? Again, like a guy like a Cat or maybe like Evan Mobley threes. Like he's probably gonna take like 3 a game, so the ceiling isn't really there. So I would maybe take a straight if you liked it, but the other guys, I'm just flooring 5+, man. I'm going for it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I got one last question too before we start with the NBA stuff. So I'm just curious about MLB because MLB, like I said, I actually played baseball like my whole life, but like I don't know shit about it, like the MLB, and I don't know shit about betting on it. But what goes into like lottos for pitchers? Do you try to like attack like pitchers? Because baseball is like the most mental sport out there.
For sure. Oh, mental is the word. I definitely attack pitchers. I think even if you're not betting pitchers, all the baseball betting revolves around pitchers completely. Because obviously every person's odds are going to change compared to who's starting against them that day, right?
Yeah.
So you have to know every pitcher's profile, know their pitch mix, know how they tunnel, know how they're attacking certain batters. The minute you get there, you just learn baseball betting. I've said that to so many people. All the best bets, pitcher strikeout ladders, pitcher outs, how long they're going to make it throughout the game, and then like batters going against those pitchers. All of them revolve around knowing the pitcher, right?
Yeah.
So even little things like just knowing that Rafael Devers matches Garrett Cole. People have made lots of money just betting that, like it's simply, and this dude Devers just sees Cole differently, and it's there, So just knowing pitchers gets you a long way. That's my main approach. I study pitch mix to the T. I have a lot of software that shows, how each pitcher is breaking down their pitch mix, and I just completely study it, see which batters are weak against which pitches, and just go from there.
Yeah. And y'all, if y'all are listening, y'all are just hearing the way JFar is like fucking talking about this shit. I mean, this is how you like bet parlays and stuff and like win in the long term, because like a lot of like parlay people out there are definitely scamming and shit. Right. Like y'all just listen to JFar talk about this shit, and you can see how you can be so damn profitable betting on parlays and stuff.
Yeah, so, man. It's just about parlays is just taking 2 legs that are actually good and putting them together. A lot of people just make parlays for the sense of just making extra legs, and that's where they fuck up. You have to have 2 things you actually wanted to really bet, and then you can put them together, maybe 3. And then it's a parlay, sure, but it's really just 2 straight bets you really loved that day.
Yeah, and playing to the variance and all that good stuff.
Right.
All right. So I only have one prop for today. Like I said, dude, this slate is super fucking weird because, I mean, obviously the deadline just happened. Like, I mean, JFar, I know me and JJ were talking about this earlier, but like, do you know if these guys are like playing who recently got traded, especially if it was yesterday, or are they all out? Or
I think we gotta wait for underdog notice, to be honest, bro. For most of them. I mean, we know Luca's playing Monday. We know AD's coming soon. But as far as like the lower marquee guys, probably gotta wait.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I was thinking. And because of that, I only had one play, and I gave it out to my Discord about an hour ago, and it did move one line or one PRA, but I still like it there, and also PR did not move, so I think that's a good look too. But yeah, I'm fading Jalen Duren. Joel Embiid right now, I mean, I've said this every single time he's played, and I guess we could always get boned by Joel Embiid just randomly sitting, but he's not on the injury report. So yeah, I'm fading Jalen Duren. I took under 25.5 PRA. Like I said, I'm cool with 24.5 PRA. I'm cool with under 22.5 PR, which is, at most books besides FanDuel. But yeah, basically, guys, I mean, yeah, Philly, if you look at the restricted area, they've been god awful all year, but Joel's barely played. When Joel plays, he sits in a deep drop. He doesn't move. He just protects the paint, and he's really good at that. So Jalen Duren scores like 100% of his points in the paint, 85% in the restricted area. I think it will be a tough sledding for him to score. Of course, rebounding, it's always an angle to like attack a weak side guy. Rebounds over against Detroit. Well, the same goes for like under on centers, because when you're guarding Joel, you're contesting a million shots. You're out of position to rebound. So that's just another thing that's tough. And of course, guys, Jalen Duren, he's a big foul trouble guy. And you're guarding Joel Embiid, you're always going to be at a risk for foul trouble. So yeah, Jalen Duren, he's under in more than he's not. And I think he's only averaging 22.9 PRA on the year. And I think that this is a matchup against Joel Embiid when you need to score in the paint to score. I think it's a pretty brutal matchup. So JJ, I'm going to pass it to you first. What are you thinking about this play?
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty much saying everything I would say. Anytime Joel Embiid plays, like a lot of the centers struggle, and he's not like the greatest back-to-basket type of player to score, but Embiid has just been, he's been doing his thing in the paint when he does play. So, I mean, putbacks this season have been tough, and looks like that's been his thing, mainly the 22%. Those transition lobs, he definitely gets fed on a lot. Yeah, I think the biggest thing here would probably be putbacks and cuts. But I mean, Embiid, slow as shit, so he's probably just going to anchor the paint, play that deep drop. I think it'd be tough for him.
Yeah, J-Farm.
Yeah, right on it, man. I love the way you're attacking that one. Centers like Duren, like you said, are never scoring anywhere outside the restricted area. And Embiid is completely locked down on that area when he does play, which thank God he's playing again. Yeah, 25.5 is definitely a good line to get under as well. That's kind of just a line he would just get against a normal team, in my opinion. So, yeah, love the look.
Yeah. One thing I will say is Daniel Gafford, pretty similar player to Jalen Duren. Like I said, we don't have much sample size of like centers going against Embiid this year because the dude's played like 8 fucking games. So, but Daniel Gafford only had 18 PRA in 33 minutes. So he avoided the foul trouble and still, that's a really poor PRA per minute game, especially for Daniel Gafford. And Daniel Gafford and Duren are very similar players.
Definitely. And like you just said, Gafford avoided foul trouble, but Duren might not. Duren definitely throws those hands out there. So he can be 3 fouls in the first quarter, and then you're just looking good.
Yeah. Okay, well, unfortunately, guys, that's my only play. Like I said, there's just so much trades, so much injuries going on and stuff. But let's just go game by game now.
Sure.
Cavs and Wizards. I'll go first with something I kind of like, but I'll say I really like, obviously, guys, it's Cavs Wizards. I mean, 17.5 point spread. Kenny Atkinson is very conservative with his starters' minutes.
Right.
So there's no Niang, no LeVert off the bench. I saw on Twitter that Hunter wasn't going to play either. I don't know if that's 100% true. I'd like to wait for an official report. So Wizards, they are pretty vulnerable to catch and shoot stuff. I think like when you go to field goals made over the last 15 games, they are allowing the fourth most, tied fourth most.
Strus?
I'm liking Strus, but I really like a Sam Merrill or Ty Jerome off the bench, because if they don't have LeVert and Niang off the bench, maybe even like a Jalen Tyson could be someone super sneaky if we get props, but they really don't have many people on their bench. Like if we go to Max Strus stats and we just like look at the rotation.
Yeah.
I think that these bench guys might be super valuable, which is why I haven't played Strus yet. Because, okay, where's this? Yeah, like Jalen Tyson, maybe Imani Bates like gets a little bit of run. I don't know, but
yeah, I really like Ty Jerome, man. He's kind of been my guy off that bench recently. He's getting a lot of those sets, a lot of usage, and he's getting in the paint. You know, he's one of the only one of those like backup wings who like gets in the paint, gets gritty, like wants to get the foul line. You know, I think that goes a long way when you talk about like bench scoring, right? Because those minutes are low.
Yeah, but this could also be like a seal. This like in theory, this should be a ceiling minute spot for these guys, right? Just
sure.
given that they're playing the Washington Wizards.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, Ty Jerome. Yeah, I'll be honest. I was like a Ty Jerome. Like, dude, there's no way this like janky white dude is actually like good.
No, he's nasty, man. I was the same way. I thought he was trash, but he's kind of nasty.
He knows how to. Yeah, you said
be aggressive, and he is.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. He knows how to get to the stripe, which is like he's got a little Shay in him. He'll get you on your hip and
right. Exactly.
And, you know, the Wizards aren't getting no respect from the refs either. So right. I mean, I think free throws allowed where the Wizards allowed the second most free throws attempted.
Yeah, so that's not high.
Yeah. Do you guys have any spots off the top of your head you guys are looking at here?
Yeah. So obviously, like you said, huge spread, probably a blowout. The Wizards have won like 7 games, so we know what's coming, and they just lost Kuz. So we know what's coming. But I kind of like taking some Wizards unders. Now, I think some of the Wizard lines are inflated because Kuz left. So, you know, the books are assuming like a usage gap and stuff. But this team already kind of sucked. So that doesn't really apply as much when you're already like dog shit. So I think my look is Bub Carrington, PR under. Are the rebounds, because I just think these Cavs team is going to snipe them out. It's going to be pretty fast. Don't be many rebounds to grab. And then the points under, because I don't see Bub really scoring against these dudes. He might get some assists, so I'm leaving out the A in there. But I think a PR under is probably sitting around like 14, 15.
Yeah, 14 and a half.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I like getting under that.
Yeah, no, I like that too. And I like that too because the Cavs, like, they allow a shit ton of, like, they just, like, switch everything. So,
right.
Or they switch everything, or I think they'll probably play Poole and drop. So I think that, like, if there's one guy that, like, maybe could have a spike game, it would be Poole.
Mm-hmm.
And,
exactly.
Yeah, Bub, I think he'll struggle with this Cavs defense. And I don't know, like, what, maybe this line's inflated because of the Kuz news. It's, I guess.
Yeah, that's my opinion. I think it's just because the Kuz gap, and they're assuming that usage spreads around. But I don't think it's going to be, like, one person or two person really benefit. Poole, maybe. But besides that, this team is already just kind of on some random shit anyway. So it's not like, you know, there's like a very definable gap to fill. It's just kind of dust in the wind, you know?
Yeah. I'm not Wizards. I feel like I barely bet on Wizards props this year. But JJ, you have a take on Bub? I definitely lean under, though. This line feels like, the Brooklyn's just like, they allow so much like catch and shoot shit. Because I don't know, they just like blitz Poole every time. And then they were just like letting like Tyshawn George and Bub like.
Right. Tyshawn George is the one dude I think who might start to pop. I mean, like he actually will shoot. He's broke, but sometimes he's not broke. So he might score
from 3.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he does get like a decent amount of like corner 3, so I think that could be like the spike game here for him, possibly.
You talking about Tyshawn?
Yeah. But I think like Bub, on the other hand, I think he's more like above the break, right?
Right, definitely.
So I mean, it's gonna be a little bit tougher because I mean they're probably gonna mix in a little bit of their 2-3 zone here and there. So I think, I mean, the Cavs run that 2-3 zone very well. I think they'll maybe force that extra pass a lot. Kind of be maybe like a slight trap for Bub. But I mean, I'm not really liking the spot for him here. So I would go under.
It's definitely a lean. Like you said, this game is kind of the worst game of the slate. But you know, if you want to take a blowout angle, I kind of like it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Bub was so reliant at scoring in the paint. I thought that Bub was like, you know, like a Rob Dillingham-esque hooper. Yeah,
you thought he had more like kind of like outside kind of expertise. Not really, man. Yeah. I thought so too to start the year, and he hasn't shown it. So
yeah, I don't think he's I don't like his chances at, you know, converting down low with the Mobleys and Allens down.
Exactly.
So yeah, like I said, I think if you like anyone, I think that Poole kind of makes sense, but. And then it's also like, okay, Jordan Poole could play like 24 minutes if Cavs just lay the hammer down on him.
Right.
So, Okay, let's move on to the next one. Like I said, honestly, though, the biggest spot I think is like the Ty Jeromes and even Sam Merrills and stuff like that off the bench. Like those guys, I think are going to play legit minutes. So, okay, Spurs and Hornets. This game sucks ass. I mean, we don't know if LaMelo is going to play.
Yeah.
Taj Gibson and Moussa Diabate are now they're
Yo, I will say, I mean, you kind of have to catch it because they always post us late, and it's like usually like only a couple bucks. But if you catch it, Taj Gibson under points has been such a wagon, bro. They'll post at like 4.5. Like, dude, he's not scoring. It's great.
What, bro? You don't think he can take advantage of the Wemby matchup?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like, listen, I love Unk. Shout out Taj. And I stand up, but I'm going under that every time, man. Come on.
Yeah. No, that's actually crazy that they even like list his lines.
Right. Exactly.
I saw that he had like 10 boards the other day. I'm like,
no, he be horsing. I ain't gonna lie. He be horsing. It's just no point.
What about the Spurs guys? Did any of you guys like really tap into the Spurs Hawks game the other day?
I only watched like a little bit.
I watched it back on film. Fox was first of all, I don't know why they're playing CP3 starting. And then Fox was doing pretty good, like in his role. I do like that fit. I'm liking it even more when he gets like the full like possession of like the sets. But that's such a good pickup for them. Fox is gonna thrive in that role. It's gonna take some time though.
Was it like an off-ballish role, or were him and CP?
Yeah. It was a mix. It was a mix. Fox had a lot of off-ball stuff. He was even hitting threes off the off-ball and shit. You know, he was doing pretty good.
Was these assists like fluky, or like you think he's like going to be like? Did the eye test tell you he's like a 10? Because Fox has never been like a
right. He will be on this team, especially when CP3 is like when their roles are more defined. You know,
Mm-hmm.
If I had to guess, his potentials were around that same 10. Like a lot of them got converted, so it's not like he just ran like he had like 20 potential. I don't think, but
19.
19 really. Yeah. Wow, I gotta hold that. I gotta hold that, man.
I will say the Hawks are like a pretty cupcake assist matchup for guards.
Right, obviously. Yeah, for sure. But so is Charlotte. So.
Yeah, so is Charlotte. I mean, yeah, like dude, Mark, you thought Mark Williams was a bad defender, bro. I mean, wait till you see this shit. That's
right. This is gonna be awful. Right.
And they're about to get Nurkic incorporated in there. Like,
Jesus Christ, bro, it's gonna be a mess. Nurkic is just wow. I mean, I never thought he was good, but what a fall off.
Yeah, I thought he was okay, man. Like,
I thought he was okay, right? That Phoenix 10 was awful.
Yeah, he should be like, bro. You watch him like move, like yeah, he's kind of like out of shape and like and chunky and like doesn't move great, but like he's like a pretty coordinated, right? Like you see him like flow into DHOs and bring the
DHOs he can do, man. But when it comes to passing anywhere more than like 10 feet, it's bad, bro. Yeah. I've seen him throw some Stevies. Like I'm talking about like a souvenir for the second row type shit. Like it's bad, bro.
Yeah, but like, and also like his finishing, bro. He's like Rudy Gobert level finishing, but
right? That's
like, I don't know, man. So yeah, LaMelo. Is LaMelo even like in the timeline for the Hornets to compete? Like, no. I don't even know. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets shipped off.
Honestly, free him. I
free him. Yeah. Send him to me.
But yeah, I don't know about this game. I don't have any like strong lead at all, to be honest. This one's a blowout, and I don't even know how to feel about it.
I don't either.
Maybe Nick Smith. I like taking Nick Smith, so like maybe, but I'm not dying to take it.
And Wemby will be in that
always
drop.
Like a ladder guy.
Yeah. Was that Jay?
Nick Smith is always like a ladder guy. He's just
right. Yeah, exactly. He's hitting 0.
He may not make a lot, but
exactly. You feel me?
Yeah, and Wemby will sit in a drop too, so the pull-ups will be there. So
right. Exactly.
Makes sense. Was there JFar? Who's your team for NBA? Do you got?
I'm a Knicks fan.
Knicks. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm from New York.
I'm a Wolves fan. So.
Bro, thank you.
Yeah, dude. Hey, thanks for Julius Randle. He gave us the best power forward in the game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I will say, man. Dante, man, I love Dante so much.
No, Dante's a dog. Dante's an absolute dog.
He was terrible to start the year with us, but he really started to like get into Knicks Dante form. Mm-hmm. And I will say, I think that he's like the perfect person to put next to Ant because
I agree.
When he gets blitz, you need like someone who's just gonna say fuck it and let that shit rip, and that's Dante. And he also like isn't ball dominant. So
I really like Rob too, bro. Rob's showing great flashes. Great flashes. I'm excited for that.
Our coach Finch, he's kind of a cuck though.
he's dude. The other day, I mean, listen, I bet on him, so I was a little emotionally invested. But why were you playing Joe Ingles more minutes than Rob Dillingham, bro? What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
I was so lost, bro. Like, are we in Australia? Like, there's ain't no way Joe Ingles is getting more minutes than your rookie. Yeah. I was so lost. But
it's absurd. And the thing is, like with Rob, it's like, like it's a defense thing. Like he doesn't trust Rob on defense, but Rob competes, and it's like we talking about Joe Ingles, like
right, exactly. Joe Ingles is a cone. Like what? Come on, bro.
So Finch, he's scared to play Rob, to really let him cook. But Rob, I think that he's Mike Conley, he's kind of on the downswing too. So his time will be coming.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully. Yeah. So this game, what are we saying, fellas? Just we gotta wait.
Yeah, just probably wait. Especially, just
there's not many props available, anyways.
Right. Exactly.
Are the Hornets like trying to? Are they like? I mean, because like Wemby against Taj and Musa, like, are we just overthinking 25.5 or just blowout and all that stuff?
Maybe like first quarter type shit. Yeah. So you're gonna save a blowout, maybe
5.5. That seems kind of short. I guess Wemby, he's like
his rotation is kind of iffy, is the thing. Yeah.
I think he comes out after that first 5, and it was like the last like 2 or 3.
Right.
So. Okay, Milwaukee and Atlanta. I think that Hawks props could have a lot of value because
So I do want to. I don't know if we do. It's an official pick. What y'all say right now, but there's one spot I really, really do love in this game. Vic Krejci has to do something, bro. Who I think he's filling in that Hunter gap. He a lot of times, when Trey was out, he was coming in. He was kind of getting some ball handling, some shooting in there. He's very versatile. He's gonna come in that Hunter gap. They lost Bogdan too. So like who's stepping in there? I think it's Krejci. I see him getting almost like 30 minutes this game, and his threes are 1.5. His assists look pretty low too. Like I'm a lean threes, but I think it's either or at this rate. He's just gonna get minutes, and I think the Bucks are sleeping. I think in like maybe a few games, he's getting 2.5 threes every single line. So I really like that spot.
Bucks is like a perfect catch and shoot threes matchup too.
Come on, man. You see it?
Yeah, got to.
Yeah.
I think I actually might make this an official. The more I think about it, what is like the rotation? Like who did the Hawks lose? They lost Hunter, which is massive. Obviously,
Hunter and Bogdan.
Is that it?
I think so. I know they got Man and somebody, but I think that's all they lost in Bones, right?
Yeah. So the rotation he should start. Obviously, it should be Trey, Dyson, Vit, Risa Shea, and Onyeka.
Yeah, if I had to guess.
And then off the bench, like, because we shouldn't see Terrence or Bones or
they shouldn't play it.
Yeah. So off the bench, it would be Larry Nance at the center, because Clint's still out. And then like Mohamed Gai, and then they even waived David Roddy. So and then
their rotation's super small, man, super small.
Yeah. So he really should be we really should be projecting him for like 30, 32 or something.
Yeah, like all my projections have him like 26, 28. I think that's conservative, bro. I think he could easily get 30 plus. Especially if he's like playing well and earning those minutes, I think it's a great spot.
1.5 threes, bro.
Like he can shoot, bro. He can shoot. Like it's like wow, all right,
And this is like honestly like a pretty A+ matchup too.
Mm-hmm. Give me like 6+ attempts, bro. I like it a lot, bro. We can get up there. 3, 4.
No, this is a great look, JFR. I think I'm actually I'm gonna probably wait just like a little bit and just make sure that. But then you might miss out.
Let's go through everything, but like stick with that one because that one I'm really looking at.
Yeah, Vit makes a ton of sense. Cause I was looking at Ricochet, but I think Vit's just like a better value.
Yeah, I think Ricochet was getting the minutes already, so it's like his line's kind of like good. Vit recently wasn't getting minutes. Mm-hmm. Like he was getting like 15, 18 on the bench, and now he's definitely gonna get minutes again. And when he did get minutes when Trey was out, his lines inflated a lot after time because he was doing well. So I expect that to happen again.
Yeah, and this is like 26 to 36 minutes, right? Like right in the middle of our projection.
Yeah, exactly. 9
out of 12, 11.2 points per game average, and then we talked about the matchup. It's great for catch and shoot guys.
Right.
So, anything on the Bucks side, or should we skip out? Because I know Giannis is questionable, so it's like I don't know. Do you guys just want to go to the next game?
It's somebody on the Bucks. I don't know who. Maybe Gary. Oh wait, they lost Gary. Did they lose Gary? Or did they have him?
No, I thought they kept him.
No, they kept him. Yeah. So Gary should be good. It's the
Gary's
Hawks.
minutes are always safe when like Middleton and all those guys are out. So
right, exactly.
But Kuz should play, I think, because the Kuz trade wasn't yesterday, right? It was like a couple days ago.
The day before, I think.
So we might get Kuz.
But I think he's still going through the
medical stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because still says trade pending for him.
Okay. There you go.
So maybe no Kuz. What do y'all think about Kuz? Like, what do you expect out of Kuz's role? Like when he first starts hooping for them, just like pure spot up guy, pretty much.
Yeah, spot up guy with some dribble potential and a little flair. I think he'll try more. You know, he definitely. I mean, he wasn't playing well, but he definitely wasn't trying either in DC. So he'll try more, and I don't think he's. You know, a lot of people are saying he's so trash. Like, why they get him? I don't think it's an awful move, especially if you want to get off Middleton, thinking he's too like injury prone or whatever. I don't think it's awful. It's lateral, but it's not awful.
Agreed.
I just think, like, can he play within the flow of the offense? I just hate when he goes ISO ball.
Right, yeah, he'd be doing too much for real.
People forget, though,
Kuz kind of draw a foul.
Yeah. No, that ISO ball shit won't fly in Milwaukee when you're alongside Dame and Giannis.
Right.
And people forget Kuz was a vital piece for a championship team. So
exactly. He has that in him. Right, exactly. So we'll see.
Yeah, Philly, Detroit. So obviously, guys, I think the best angle to attack in here. So Cade, I bet on Cade's under assist last game. So I was watching this game, and he actually like rolled his ankle pretty bad with like a minute left in the game. He did end up finishing it, but he was probably like running off of adrenaline. So honestly, Pistons stuff, and obviously Duren. Like I said, if Duren's not a guy who will get extra usage, I don't think if Cade's out. But so that's why I was cool playing the under.
He might get less, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's just less action, like for him, like to roll off of his stuff,
Yeah, like not like a worse passer trying to find him on the pick and roll.
Right, so, exactly.
Yeah. So Piston stuff is a little bit weird. I will say this Philly likes to go zone to protect Embiid, and they like to play drop. They won't switch Embiid at all with how immobile he is. So they are a pretty significant like jump shot, pull up, a little bit of catch and shoot stuff, funnel. When Embiid's in there, so. Do you guys have any like Pistons thoughts or Pistons?
I have a question.
Stats? What's up?
So, JFR, what do you think of Beasley here if Cade sits out?
Malik, if Cade sits, huh? What's his line? Is it still 3.5? Because he's been going crazy.
I don't think he has a prop out.
I don't think he has a prop.
Oh, no props out. Yeah, if it's 3.5, I almost always like Malik at 3.5, especially getting more minutes. He doesn't need people to set him up. He's going to shoot anyway. So, like a lot of times you get worried about, okay, he's getting more minutes, but the main PG is gone. So he's going to get the same amount of shots. It's leak. He's going to shoot. So, I like that, to be honest, especially if we get 3.5, I would take that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He's just going to get so many like off ball screens called for him.
Right.
So Ivy's obviously still out. We don't know about Cade. If Cade sits, are you guys Marcus Sasser guys? Because I kind of am.
I like Sasser. Especially for points. I mean, he's gonna try to score. So
yeah. He can. I think he can exploit the Philadelphia defense too,
right?
With the drop and stuff like that.
I think so.
JJ, do you have any Pistons thoughts outside of Malik?
I mean, definitely got the Jalen Duren potential to go under even more if Cade sits. Outside of that, I mean, Tim Hardaway's always, if he gets hot, he gets hot. But if not, he just kind of does absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that's why I like the potential of Beasley because he's just going to check regardless. He don't give a fuck.
Right.
Especially if he gets like even a tiny bit of space.
Right.
And then he has that ball handling potential that they'll give him where he can just kind of create off his own dribble. Tobias,
Yeah, exactly. Tobias. I will say Tobias' assist was a wagon for like this whole first half of the year. Like he was like getting a lot of assists. Like
was it like
it's always like 2.5 plus like 140, 150, like almost every time, bro. Like really good value. Yeah, he was getting that shit.
Yeah, Tobias revenge game.
Imagine. Tobias 30 ball.
Yeah, to buy a sticker book.
Imagine, bro.
Revenge for being so ass.
Well, I know we're on Detroit, but on the Philly side, I do have to say JoJo threes is a very interesting look because this dude Duren be doing workouts in the middle of the game, just straight pull-ups under the rim. Like that's the droppiest of drops. And center threes against Detroit I'm not a huge like play any matchup guy in the NBA because a lot of times it's kind of like there's nuance to it. But I can't lie, you could have just played any center threes against Detroit who could shoot, and you probably have won money. This dude Duren is not coming out to the 3-point line, so I'm sure at Joel's three it's probably like 1.5 like huge plus money just because he's just back. He might come out and hit 3 of them. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He's plus 126 on FanDuel right now.
Really? Wow, that's actually worse than that. Maybe they know. It was like plus 160 the last game, but maybe that was because they didn't know his minutes. I still like it at plus 130-ish range. I think it's gonna. Yeah, I think he's gonna get at least a few attempts at it.
No, that's a great look. Yeah, Duren really does like just sit in the paint. He really doesn't. You think he'd be able to move a little bit better at his age?
He just doesn't care, bro. He's not going to there.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that actually makes a ton of sense. Yeah, Joel to hit 2 threes. I mean, he played 36 minutes in his first game back. So
right. So yeah, he's gonna play it. I'm sure fine. Right?
Yeah, he definitely. I mean, if this was last year, this would be minus money.
Yeah, definitely. Like might be 2.5. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah, so Joel stuff makes sense. I mean, he should just cook Duren in general. But PG guys, we're getting 15.5 for Uncle PG now. That's
sad. God, podcast P. I'll talk here.
I saw Sixers fans crashing out because he posted a podcast after the 9th
game. Bro, he just does not care at all.
No. Man, do y'all think his contracts are worse in the league?
It's got it. I mean, Beal is still like a high up there because now we see how bad Beal really is because they can't even move him. But I mean, dude, you literally paid a podcaster. That is tough, man. Yeah. Man, you paid him so much fucking money. Jesus Christ.
No, yeah. I think what was it, a 4-year, $50 million year?
Yeah, just about. It's like 212. It's like 200 and some change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A roster full of content creators.
Literally, bro. McCain's doing TikToks, Paul George's doing podcasts, and Embiid's wearing Gucci on the sideline. Like, it's all trash, bro.
Embiid's just ripping paid time off.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. Taking where you can get.
Hey, trust the process, baby.
Trust the process.
Kelly Oubre unders, I mean, are a little bit interesting to me. I wonder because they got Quentin Grimes, and I saw Quentin Grimes is going to play here, so he's someone that I think. I think Grimes is a good player. I think that he's someone because Oubre's reliant on going over by playing like 40 minutes a game. Like, I don't know what Nurse sees in him. Like, I guess he's a fine player, but just what if Quentin Grimes comes in and plays like 25 minutes and then Oubre only plays 30 minutes? Like, that's a massive difference. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this is PRA with, I guess it's like half and half. Had some good games, had some bad games. Points with Embiid, Maxey, and George. So, yeah, I think Oubre unders are interesting just with the Grimes aspect, especially. I mean, like I said, he's been playing so many minutes, and, a lot of these games have been without Joel, without PG. Now they're pretty healthy. So I just think this is an interesting look.
Yeah, I like that look a lot. Like you said, this dude's pretty much a 35 minutes and get there merchant. So like you take away some minutes and it's looking real scary.
Yeah. Anything else from you guys from Philly side of things?
No, that's about it for me.
I think that's it.
Okay, sweet. Miami and Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn's pretty healthy. I saw Ben Simmons might get bought out. Wonder what team's going to take him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're saying Clippers and Cavs will meet with them.
Yeah. I saw Philly made a move to get under the apron, and so they could be buyout eligible. I want to imagine he goes back to Philly.
Oh man, that would be some scenes.
The funny part is that he's probably a perfect fit for Philly because when they're all healthy, like you kind of almost want a guy who like doesn't want to shoot because all the shots are going to PG, and you want a playmaker because Maxey's really not a playmaker.
Right, you want Maxey more off ball.
You need a primary defender. He can do that. You need a rebounder. He can do that. Like I kind of think you'd be
Loki, it does work, but the thing is, it will never work because it's Philly fans. So they'll literally stone him like immediately.
What do you guys think about D'Lo stuff? Maybe a little buy low. He played 60 minutes against the Wizards. I'm sure that was like deadline. It was also back to back. Look, I would think that D'Lo's playing 26 minutes or so most of the time.
Yeah, no, I assume he gets normal run. What's his threes at? Curious. 2.5?
2.5, but plus 135,
Plus money.
Plus 160.
I think that's a pretty good look. I mean, he was getting worse lines and worse matchups. Like, I mean, the Rockets. I know the Rockets kind of make you beat them, but they're not like a good matchup. And he was getting like 2.5 minus, and I think he was getting there. So he's shooting on this team. He'll let you shoot threes. We know that. You might not make them because they're tougher attempts, but they'll let you shoot them. So I kind of like his threes. A little lean.
Yeah, I like that too. Khalil Ware too. Ever since they started,
that guy's a demon. Oh my god, I love him so much, bro. That first game that Bam sat and they had his Lions at just like cupcake territory. Oh my god, it makes so much fun with that guy. It's amazing. He's so good, dude.
Yeah, he's a dog. But I will say he does play drop coverage, which is something that Bam will usually kind of creep up.
Right. Yeah. Bam's switchable. We know that. But Khalil's not doing all that. So
yeah. So that's good that's just another thing for D'Lo threes. I mean, that actually makes it like a really good matchup too. So,
right.
I think that's a great look. Honestly, that's something I might look into a little bit more.
Yeah. Plus money's really good. He's usually more like minus territory. Yeah. Even in a tough matchup. So.
What kind of annoys me? I feel like so many people on like Twitter, like don't care about plus money, or they don't care about, like, I feel like everyone just cares about like win rate and like.
Yeah, no one cares about price, bro. Which is why everyone sucks. No offense, no offense to everyone, but no one cares about price.
No, fuck them.
I feel like people forget that. Fuck them. I feel like people forget that like the point of gambling is to like win money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. One of the big thing those pro bettors on those spaces have been doing is like doing implied probability, like kind of like questions, and no one can answer it. It's kind of sad. Like it's just where we are.
People are like, oh, 2.5 for D'Lo. Like I'd do it at 1.5 for minus 180, which is like
right.
Still a good price, right?
Right, but you get the plus money, and this is way better, obviously. Like, no one's studying that. Sad.
Let's see. Do you guys have any thoughts on Nets? I guess Cam Johnson should play. I don't know. I feel
that's a tough when they're healthy because they haven't been healthy for so long. So a lot of the lines are inflated.
Mm-hmm. Like only person is Cam Thomas out.
Right.
Heat stuff. I think the Nets are a pretty predictable defense. Like they blitz for whatever reason pretty much every time. So
right. Free runs.
It's like catch and shoot and like restricted area stuff.
Yeah.
I think Duncan. So JFR, I don't know if you've ever like played this angle, but these like Heat wings, like the Jaimes, the Haywoods, the Duncans. I'm sure there's another one I'm forgetting. Like Pele Larson sometimes plays. I feel like their minutes are very volatile, but I feel like you could almost play into that a little bit. Like I think it's a great matchup for Duncan.
I love playing Heat wings. Love them. That's my two favorite have been Haywood and Jovic this year. I made a lot of money, especially when Butler first got suspended and they needed the minutes and Haywood was starting, bro. His lines were so low. Especially his threes, dog. He would have like there was this one game he made like 4 in like a quarter. And then the next game his threes line was still like 0.5. I was like, dude, they did not want to adjust off for Haywood Highsmith. Jovic is another one. Jovic is still a dog, but during that saga, he was so good. Yeah, you have to kind of predict the matchup and know where Spo's gonna go, like get in his mind and see who's gonna play. If you can do that and get the minutes right, you're gonna like get a great spot.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying too. It's like because I'm straight bets. But like, dude, like buying into the variance of Heat, of like whatever Heat wing is gonna get the massive minutes. I feel like like lottos or like
you see it. You see it, bro. You get it exactly.
Like Duncan makes so much sense for an ult here, in my opinion. Just because he's coming off a 20-minute game, 11-minute game. Like, it's scary. He could just completely flop. That's the point of buying into the variance.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, they're the best buy low team. The best like if you can guess who's playing, take their max team. They're fantastic for that. And again, Spo is not an idiot. So you can just think basketball and be like, okay, well, this will make sense. And then Spo will do it. Thank God. Like, I wish there were more like him in the league.
Yeah, no, that's facts.
JJ, you have Jaime PRA. Someone mentioned it in the comments, but
okay.
Oh, Jaime PRA. Okay. Oh shit, I completely forgot about the comments. Sorry, guys. We've kind of been like shunning. Honestly, though, I think today's more of an episode. We're just going game by game, and then that's going to be it for today. But I kind of don't like the spot for Haywood. Just like, why do you need Haywood against the Nets? Like they don't really have like that guy you need like Haywood to shut down. I feel like is that kind of what you look for when Haywood? It's like when they got like
exactly. Yeah, I'm looking for him that they need a guy to lock down, and then they're gonna just keep him out there and let him chuck, on the offensive side. And this matchup is not that. So yeah, not for me.
So Duncan, based like the opposite of that could make sense. Like Duncan, you can guard these G League guys the Nets are throwing out there.
And just go and shoot 10 threes. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I like Duncan a lot. That would probably be the guy I would take from the Heat Russian roulette. It'd probably be Duncan.
I would attack it just off the catch and shoot matchup alone.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And they're not going to allow that. So
yeah.
So JJ Duncan, is he your guy or Jaime or what?
Someone was asking about Jaime. I just saw the hit rate, so I was asking what you thought.
I mean, he makes sense. I think that Duncan's the guy, though. I just think he's a great follow.
Yeah. That's what I would target, Duncan.
Yeah, I like Duncan too.
Okay, next one. This one's weird. I was so close to playing Chet 17.5. Oh, it moved to 18.5. I mean, guys, like he's like been close to a PRA per minute guy. Do we really think he's playing like 20 minutes? Like I think he's like 24.
Yeah.
You think about it?
This one is so tough. So when guys come back from long injuries, it's really tough because they're probably healthy, right? Mm-hmm. It's not like he just nursed this. He's been nursing this for so long. So he probably could play, but they're also definitely going to be pussy about it. But I think 20 is a good floor, in my opinion. Like I don't think there's a world where he can't play 20 minutes. Maybe like 18, but you're not going to get much lower than that. And so if you believe that you can get that mid 20s type of minutes, that's a great like you said, variant spot. Because if you're right, you're going to get paid like a lot.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like also there's another variable here. It's like we haven't seen Chet and Hartenstein. How does that affect rebounds?
True.
Is Hartenstein even going to start? Like I don't know.
No idea.
So but I will say, yeah, it's like, I mean, guys, OKC's not rushing back Chet. They have like 9 fucking losses on the year. They let him take
yeah. They don't need him to like 30. Don't get me wrong. That's for sure. Yeah.
But also like by saying that, they're not like he's got to be 110% ready to play before they would let him play, just given like how comfortable they are.
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't know. That's confusing. OKC stuff is just confusing. I think J-Dub's like if J-Dub like OKC's this is the healthiest they've been all year, man. If J-Dub, let's see, like his 30.5 hit rate, like if he's going under in 40. Like what is this 57.4% of games this year we can do like with Shea in. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's like if he's going under way more than he's not, and now we get like a fully healthy OKC team in a spread in a spot with like what's the spread? The spread's got to be ridiculous. 19.5.
Jesus.
So I think that J-Dub stuff is too high. And maybe like a lot of teams that go their way, like JFR, do you bet first buckets ever?
No, I mean, so we have Jason who's like incredible at that. I like kind of watch, but the thing is, I can't really get down a lot of those first baskets just because I don't. It's accounts that I don't want to really bet those on. Yeah. It's just the way I want to just bet the way I bet and keep my accounts that way. So when traders look at it, it looks a certain way. But I love watching them. I love sweating them. They're fun.
Yeah.
So I pay attention.
Hey, tell Jason that Tyvan says that Chet's getting the first play of the game ran for him because he's missed so much time.
All right, bet. Say less.
That's actually that's a legit angle.
I believe that. I believe that, bro. That makes perfect sense.
And he should win the tip. Okay, Chet should win the tip.
That wins, yeah, I'm sure.
Raptors don't have Pirtle, so I wonder what the odds are because I'm gonna bet that on the side. I always do that shit. It's like I bet Randall first bucket against New York. Thankfully in Minnesota, I bet Randall and Cat's first bucket. I was just like one of these guys got to hit.
Right. Yeah, I like that. That's smart.
Clay first basket back in the Bay. That was so.
Yeah, he played that one too. Yeah, that was he had the same type of logic. Right?
Yeah, Clay like got fouled by Steph or some shit, and he got a free throw. I was like, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you guys have any like OKC stuff thoughts? I mean, this is tough to.
So yeah, this is a big fade spot for me. Huge spread. Can't really read them in. I like the J-Dub angle. I think unders make the most sense if you're gonna do it. For me, I'm probably just gonna go to the next game.
Yeah, or even Shea under like look at
I can't lie, bro. That is one bet. I know we don't ban bets, but I will never take a Shea under, man. I've been burned too many times. That motherfucker is cold. He got it.
Yeah. And the thing about Shea is that he's like a tryhard, bro. Like he's
such a tryhard. Exactly.
And then he's still going balls to the wall, like trying to like make sure he's like keeping his averages good. Like,
exactly, bro. I'm not fading that shit.
Apparently, don't take him on a Wednesday under. Because apparently Wednesday he's just been balling out.
Yeah, dude. JFR, so you see this game? Shea played 22 minutes against the Bucks when they rested everyone. I was on his under 46.5 PRA. He had 43 PRA in 22 minutes, but he went under because like
he went under. Oh my god, how is that sweaty? Like what?
Dude, he had like 30, 35.
That's crazy.
I'm like, are you kidding me, bro?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so
that's what I'll be talking about.
Yeah. And this OKC defense is already the best defense in the league by a mile. They're going to be even better.
Okay.
I mean, so Raptors stuff. There's a lot of moving.
I'm good.
Yeah, maybe Jacoby Walter could be interesting.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe blow out people like Sheed or Walter if you wanted to get like super froggy. But
yeah, they better be playing those blowout minutes though against like the true OKC G leaguers, because or else if they're still going up against Caruso, like
it's still a wrap.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy how OKC. They better win like 3 chips in the next like 7 years, bro.
Bro, this is the deepest of deep is that team, man. Like what the hell?
Yeah, JJ, do you have any thoughts? Raptor stuff, maybe OKC.
I mean, I guess just wait until the role player lines come out.
Yeah.
Isaiah Joe spike game.
Yo, I'm honestly Joe be hitting threes from the blowouts too. So
yeah,
he just be sparking.
And I saw this is a little sneaky edge, but Ousmane Dieng, big garbage time guy, is out. So maybe like we get some sneaky Wiggins, Joe. I think Wiggins has become too important to play garbage time.
Yeah, Wiggins is gonna sit. Kaysen's gonna sit. Joe is possible. Oh, who's that? That fucking Brandon Carlson, fucking teacher. he's not gonna get props, but I guarantee you it's 3 threes, bro. Watch.
Yeah. This is like a Brandon Carlson spot.
Right.
Okay, and the final game of the slate, which also sucks ass because, like, we don't know if Booker and Beal are going to play. So it's like, This like absolutely sucks. And, like, at least a handicap right now. But,
yeah, it'll clear up a lot down the line. But
yeah,
the pregame stuff. And this is what I've told everybody. I'll drop my little gem for NBA. If you're taking NBA bets, 2 times. Wake up, get coffee, take your bets, go about your day. Go kiss your kids, go to work, whatever. 6 p.m. Don't do nothing in the afternoon. It's actually all garbage. Just wait till injuries settle. Unless you can guess the injury and get ahead of it, just don't bother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good advice too. Yeah. I personally, I used to like when I was like bumming it and shit, I was just like looking at bet lines all day. I was wasting so much time, bro.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna be waiting on injuries pretty much the whole time. Like just underdog NBA, if it pops up on your phone, get the lab up. But until then, go live your life.
Yeah. Great life advice. Y'all hear my dog yapping or no?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Hey, come here. He sees there's like a little like window right there, and there's always like dogs walking. And he just like starts going crazy. Okay, I do want to talk to you guys about one lean. This is more of a vibes play kind of, which is like never the best, but sometimes they can work out.
Oh my god, my guy! Yes, talk to me.
JFR. So we do a lotto on Monday through Thursday with Liam. Ozbet's another dude who's with straight betting. We're 2-9 on lottos, and they're all plus 1,000. So we actually have like a 138% ROI or some shit, which is sweet.
That's sweet.
Isaiah Collier, we've done 11 lottos. 2 of them have had Isaiah Collier in them, and those are the only ones that have won. So.
Dude, he's a dog, man. You know, I'm so pissed because I've been laddering because obviously he's an assist demon. I was laddering his points for a while, and the one time he got the 20, I just only played the straight. I was actually really upset.
Yeah,
but it's because it was the Lowry news came and like the odds are tanking so much. I don't want to like post that, and like I knew the odds were just like nuke, so I'm like fuck it, I'll play the straight. This dude gets a 20. This guy's a demon, man. P.A. demon. Like, just the best. I love this guy so much.
So, no Clarkson and Sexton here. So, I think his minutes are really safe. You think that he'd be a garbage time guy because he's like a rookie on a tanking team. But
yeah, he'll still play. Yeah.
Yeah. The vibes thing is that I was sweating this shit out. So, I was watching him hoop like most of this entire game. And you talked about him being an assist demon, and I completely agree. But this is the first time I see, because he was an assist demon because he was like looked like he was like scared to shoot kind of.
Right.
He was like hooping with confidence, bro. So that's what I'm saying.
Ask anyone in my group. All I've been saying is like, if this kid just shoots more, it's a wrap, bro.
Yeah.
And he finally started being aggressive and shooting more.
Yeah.
His lines are gonna get like real scary, if he keeps this up. So
yeah. So what do you guys think about 11.5 points? Like I said, I mean, he's been like really like hovering. He's had 11 plus in the last 6 games. The Suns like to sit in a super deep drop. So he'll get pull up looks, and if he has the confidence to let him rip. Yeah. I think that Collier, but I also like his PRA because, bro, his assists are at they were at 7. They're at 7.5.
7.5, yeah.
So like 22.5 PRA, that's like 4 rebounds. He can get that if he's gonna play like 32 to 36 minutes or something.
I like it all, man. I even super sneaky. If you're really just feeling froggy, man, I like the threes too, man. He'll pull like 3 of them. Yeah. Like you said, Suns deep drop. He'll pull a couple. It's 0.5. I guarantee you it is.
Yeah.
And he's gonna pull, man. He's gonna pull a couple. This kid, if he just gets a little bit more of like that shot tendency of just like let it fly, oh man, like you're gonna make so much money off this kid. Promise you.
Yeah. So like 2 plus 3s.
Yeah, man. Like what is it? Like plus 4, 5-ish? What's it looking like?
Let's see.
Yeah.
I want to go to it's only up at Bet365, Caesars. I'm assuming Bet365 would have the best odds.
Probably. Yeah.
Let's see. Are you just mostly FanDuel, JFR, or do you?
I try to be as much as I can. Yeah. I take some 365. I take some ESPN here and there, but my goal. I will sometimes not play stuff if it's on like the less popular books, let's say, because I want people to bet on FanDuel because FanDuel lets you bet, bro.
Yeah.
FanDuel will let you beat them. They won't just limit you for no fucking reason. And that's valuable because people are tailing, obviously. So,
yeah, if you're a service, you gotta. That's and I like that you said that. If you're a service, you should be. It's like a everyone eats service, not like a.
Right. Yeah. I can't just post all like bet rivers, let's say. Like the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collier 2 plus 3s plus 210. Collier 3 threes plus 700. 4 threes plus 1600. That 4 threes is probably getting a little egregious, but
yeah, it's a little greedy. Man, I thought it was better, man. They might be on to me. But either way, I do like the points the best. Like you said, I love 11.5. It was pretty religiously like 8.5, 9.5 before like all the guards are sitting. So now all the guards are sitting, and it's like 11.5. Yeah, I think you're good there. I mean, he's just battling Keontae pretty much. So
yeah, and he's just like a rookie. He's getting more confidence. He's
exactly
getting more comfortable.
Yeah, you got to give rookies that like curve, like just like that like waiting time of like, okay, they actually want to go out and like prove themselves now. Let's take their straights. Same with Dillingham for real. Like eventually they're gonna get that like willingness to want to shoot and like show themselves. And I think we're getting there with Collier.
So JFR, would you go points or PRA? Because like I said, I feel like the assists are just like low. So this is 11 rebounds and assists. You would need to like meet it, and then I feel like that's close to a floor for Collier, but I don't know.
I want to say just points, but it's like extremely close. And he could definitely go out and go have like a 10 and like 11 assist game. That's what I'm kind of afraid of. But his assist has been going up and up so much because everyone's betting his assists because they know he can dish. Like that's obvious now. But he could score. And I want to say my lean is more to the points than anything. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with the points angle, but then like I would play points before I play RA, but just like seeing that RA is like 11.5 on books, and then you only need 10.5. Like they're only adding like a 10.5 line to the PRA makes me want
to. Yeah, I would say if you want to just be safer and just get a good line too, the PRA is definitely out there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you get to them all and have another 20-10 game.
Yeah, or you just drop. Yeah, or if he just like has a spiked points game, like he's gonna hit the PRA too. So
yeah, exactly.
JJ, do you have Collier thoughts?
Yeah, it's like between points and PRA for me.
But you agree though? You like the over though, for sure.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Good thing he's got to take probably double-digit field goal attempts here, right?
Mm-hmm. I hope so. That's all I want from this kid, bro. It's just shoot the ball. Yeah, please.
Yeah, I would love for him to take, like 11 to 15 shots here. Because, I mean,
yes.
No Clarkson, no Sexton. I mean, him and Keontae should be chucking tonight.
Right.
I think that laddering his points makes a ton of sense because I could definitely see he's a rookie. It's definitely like maybe he starts off bad and like kind of loses confidence. But so like, I don't know. I'd like to think that doesn't happen because he's coming to his own. But I think that like 15 plus points too could make a ton of sense. Does FanDuel have that? FanDuel doesn't have color stuff yet, which is weird.
DraftKings, so I know DraftKings was posting his 20 for like plus 1,600 for the longest time. That was before Lowry sat. It was like plus 1,600, plus 1,800 religiously. And I was just trying so hard to hit it, and I missed the day, of course. But so hopefully it should be around that area. 15, probably like 500 area. That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing. I don't know what it is, but hopefully it's around there.
Well, and I think some of the algorithm is like how much have they hit it. I could be wrong.
No, it definitely is. Definitely. Yeah. They do that for sure.
Okay. Let's see. Do you guys have any Jazz thoughts? I'm sending this into my Discord right now, so JJ knows this, but I turn into like a pumpkin when I'm trying to type and talk at the same time.
So I will say for Keontae, my thoughts about Keontae are almost always if he's starting, I don't want him, but if he comes off the bench, I want him because his minutes almost directly depend on if he's hitting his three or not. So he'll come off the bench. If he comes off the bench just like 2 threes, he might just like start the second half. He might just get more minutes second half, And I think that's a really good look. But when he's like actually starting and his lines are really high, I'm not a huge fan because he's so wishy-washy. So, like obviously he's on the Jazz. So
yeah. Oh my gosh, I just got limited.
Damn, live.
Like live.
Damn, bro, that sucks.
Oh,
on where?
On Bet Online.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I bet offshore.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Do you have any of the other skins? Like like there's like 4 different offshores that are kind of the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bet Online was my last draw.
Damn. Yeah, I know how that goes.
Man, okay.
Tough.
Well, that stinks.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else you want to get to? I think that's about it. So
no. This is dope, yo. Like I like how you guys go through it. Y'all have 2 really good basketball minds and like betting minds, which is awesome. A lot of people just kind of like go through data and like look at like let's say like a graph and just go off hit rate. Yeah. But you guys are like incorporating like actual matchup into it. Like we need more of this, bro.
Schemes.
Yeah, we need more of this so people don't think that like we're just going on last 5 and just trucking shit. We're actually like trying to bet things that make sense, Like,
yeah, it makes the whole community look better. The more people like who kind of understand basketball and stuff or understand the sport that they're betting on,
Exactly.
So, yeah, J Farrell, we greatly appreciate you coming on, taking time out of your day to join us. And
yeah, man, this is awesome. If you ever want me on again, I'll be down. Just holler at me.
Sweet. Yep. And before you go though, is there anything you want to plug? Obviously, maybe like Beat the Books or something. But
yeah. I mean, y'all know Beat the Books. Like we're dope. If you want to come join, if you feel like you want to tell somebody, you have the time, you have the patience, you know a little bit about betting, or you want to learn, come through. If you just want to just degen and not follow rules, don't come through. Like just we'll work with you, but we're not selling a dream. Just just keep it chill, man. If you want to just follow on Twitter, that's cool too. It's all love.
Yep. Sweet. JJ, do you got anything you want to say before you head out?
Not really. I'm still waking up. It's one of them days today, man.
I feel you, bro. No, I'm with you on that, bro. For real.
Yeah, so, it's always one of them days for me. I always got a good old coffee with me.
Nice.
I'm streaming just to get through the day. But yeah, all right. Well, we appreciate everyone tuning in. Like I said, if you guys are on YouTube, like and subscribe goes a long way. We are trying to build this brand up. So yeah, like and subscribe goes a long way. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Good shit, fellas.